Alright, what is going on everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys is I'm going to be getting into the Jordan 3 Cardinal Red. I did say I was going to discuss these and make a seller hold sometime down the line. So here we are with this video. We're making a hold for the video, or a seller hold video for the shoe, not for the video. Jeez, off to a rough start on the intro, but if you want to check any of my Instagrams, any of that down below, those are there. In the description, excuse me again. And if you want to, of course, feel free to subscribe and like for more content like this. Again, the like goal in this video is 250 likes, pretty simple, so if you could hit that, that'd be dope. If not, it's not the end of the world, so I'd appreciate that. And thank you all for your constant support as always. If you have any questions, any of that, you can always leave a comment. I will try and get back to it as quickly as I can, usually within a day or so. I try and reply to most comments. Just, you know, midterms this week, so hopefully I will be replying on time and all that. But it's a busy week for me, to say the least, if you all need to know. So let's get started. Everything, again, you see on the screen is all down below in the description. You all can check it all there. So let's get into it. So the Jordan 3 Cardinal Red, the thing about this release that I want to say that I like right off the bat is I have not seen many Jordan 3s do this, where it has a pattern where you can see it's kind of swinging up after the sneakers release. It's kind of been flat. It's not heading down after the sneakers release in price. It's actually holding. And you can see there's been a consistent amount of sales, a lot of sales in this one right around this price line. If you go look at the current prices on the shoe, it hasn't dropped really. 12 is holding right around solid at $300. I mean, the fact that you have some sizes settling at $300 on this shoe is pretty nice, and considering that most are above $260, actually all of them are above $260, is really good for this shoe. Seeing how people want this one, seeing that this is actually a more in-demand Jordan 3 is a good thing. Now here's one piece of advice I will give, as always, with any pair of shoes, unless it's something like a Travis Scott low, some sort of rarer collaboration, more expensive sneaker, you know, where the resale is already at thousands of dollars. With any sneaker, I don't recommend only holding one pair, and that's the same, I agree, same concept I have with this shoe right here. It's a pair of Jordan 3s, which means it will probably take much longer to rise. Now, could this be a 300 plus shoe by summer? Yes, I think it is possible. If this one follows a pattern of the racer blue and it stays at the price that it's at right now, it'll obviously cross the point of $300. You'll have some sizes nearer $350. But if this one, again, you have all those pairs coming from sneakers, and then people start reselling and undercutting it. If this one then has all those pairs undercut the market, you know, back down another $20, $30, and this one's going to be on a much slower rise. It may hit 300 by summer, but if you see what it's selling at right now, when you have around 4,000 sales of this price line, you could pretty much say, hey, this is going to be the price that it's at. This is the settled range for this shoe, and this is very good for a pair of Jordan 3s. So my question for people and for you guys this summer, honestly, is I know everybody's looking for new sneaker models to wear, because I mean 4s are going insane right now. They're getting almost too hard to find to buy for some people. And then yeah, just honestly, I'm thinking, are 3s going to be the next sneaker model that people start getting on? Because 3s are clean. I gotta admit, 3s are clean. If you make the right colorway for them, your 3s are a really good and nice pair of shoes to wear. So I'm just wondering if 3s are going to be the thing that, you know, starts popping off a lot in 2022. And I wonder if the Cardinal Red is going to be the one that kind of sets it off, because I've not seen a Jordan 3 resell for this well in a very, very long time. Just saying, they usually don't resell this well or for this price at all. Like, they usually are closer to like 220, 210. Like, go here, let's go check out the Racer Blue, the one I've been comparing this one to, in terms of saying, here's how this one will rise. Again, if let's say this was 280, 300, the range right now for that for the Cardinal 3s, let's say this is the range for it, it'll eventually rise like this over the summer, like 40, 50 bucks. I think that is very, very possible that it will rise over time, as long as you give it time. But it's not one of those shoes that's, you know, necessarily harder to get your hands on. You can pay resale for this one. I know a fair amount of people that hit for this one on sneakers, so kind of considering all these basic details, I do expect this one probably to drop a little bit in price. I think it will happen. If it doesn't, then that just shows you 3s are, this is an in-demand Jordan 3, and I think it could very much follow this pattern where it's flat for a little bit, you know, people aren't really paying too much attention to it, or it's rising, you know, very, very slowly, very subtly, like you don't really notice it at all, and then all of a sudden it just starts taking off and ramping up, which I think is very possible, and I think that could, you know, could happen, because again, as you know, me and others, some of me and other people, you know, we were calling these the Ronald McDonald 3s with the yellow and red. We were doing that. We were saying that. But, you know, I think it actually must hit a lot different in hand. It must not look like a McDonald's logo. It must look actually more like kind of that light color, curry colorway that they were saying it is. Which, if it does look more like that, then, you know, I'm going to applaud Nike on that, because You know, a good pair of threes is always something to admire, and just that red colorway really hits really well. And I want to show you all the back here again. This part right here, like you can see, this is why the shoe is in demand. Threes are clean, and this one especially. I mean, if they had made this Jumpman red, the only reason that this is yellow and these dots down here are yellow is because, again, it's based off that original Jordan 7 Cardinal, hence why this one looks like that. But if they didn't follow the Jordan 7 Cardinal completely and they just made this one, you know, all red and white, like this was red, if they had done that, these would be a crazy safe bet in my opinion. I still think it's a safe bet. I say long-term hold. If you're willing to get 5+ pairs and hold this one for a year or longer, I think that is a safe bet. But if you only have 1-2 pairs, I mean, you can still hold on to it. I think it's fine. You know, it's a safer, you know, long-term money type thing where you can hold on to the shoe, put it away, and you'll be like, okay, I'm always gonna have, you know, this $250 ready or whatever. You know, I'm not gonna be concerned because I can get the sale for it. I can get the money for that, you know, pretty much right away. That's how I like to think of releases like this one, where it's safe money, because it's not one of those shoes that's gonna completely collapse, because people are always gonna be looking for Jordan 3s, right? So this one is kind of like something like a Jordan 4 Lightning, in my opinion, where the money is safe where it's at. It's not gonna like go away, you're not gonna lose it, and there's always somebody wanting a pair of them, you know what I mean? Like there always will be someone wanting a pair of these, and there's always someone wanting a pair of Jordan 4 Lightnings. So kind of taking all that into account, all that basic advice, and seeing that, I mean, I just think this one can make some great progress long term, and I like how it looks. I mean, I have a size 12 coming in that's not gonna fit me, but you know, I'm gonna get my in-hand review going. I'll obviously show that to you all. We'll have our opinion there. And I just think as a long-term bet, this is not one to sleep on if you're willing to get more pairs of it. And I think it could make some serious progress in like 8 to 12 months. I think this could be a $350 shoe. I think it's very possible. If that's a big, and I know 8's a pretty bold bet. I mean, it's only a $60 rise if you think about it in some sizes, so maybe not a super bold bet. So that's probably, hopefully I put a plus on the 350 if I popped it up on the screen. Some of those bigger sizes could go for more, but I don't think the stock is necessarily small in this one. I think it's prone to restocks. Like again, if it is truly in that Racer Blue situation, it'll get hit with a restock potentially. Like, you know, one of my biggest regrets was, you know, I copped a pair of Racer Blues off Nike and then I canceled the order. That was a really dumb decision, but yeah, you know, we got the Cardinal 3s, obviously not going to cancel that order, and we'll have that in-hand review soon. That's my opinion on the hold of it. If you wanted to just sell, hold it, whatever your decision was. Personally, I would just hold this one long term. If you want to hold one pair, fine. If you want to hold 5 pairs, it's up to you. But my advice with holding one pair is if you're going to hold only one pair, you have to have a bunch of different releases too. Like, don't just hold one pair and then, you know, keep going for other releases. Like, you have to have money saved up in order to make sure you're able to go for other releases and continue your reselling. That's the important factor, so don't forget that. Just want to mention that right there. So make sure, you know, if you don't have enough money to keep the shoe saved, then just resell the shoe and then keep going for other releases until you have enough money to start, you know, kind of putting a couple things aside and still continuing your reselling. So if you want to check my Instagrams, any of that down below. I will get a post going soon, I promise. I'll try and get something in March, because I got a lot of new shoes in my collection. I just don't, I mean, I wear them, but, you know, I don't like post on the Instagram or anything, you know. I show them on my story, but where's the actual flex, you know? Where's the post? Where you at, Tristan? Come on. That's the vibe. That's everything that needs to be explained. I'm pretty sure I've already said subscribe and like in the outro. Like goals for 250 likes, so if you could hit that, that'd be dope. And hopefully, again, any questions, any comments, concerns, just leave them down below. I'll be there to answer them for you all. And, you know, I think I have a quiz today in my class I'm about to go to, so we'll get that done. It's like in an hour. Then after that, we're done for the day. We'll get this edited. It's going to be a good day. I actually like Mondays. I know that's crazy to say, but the reason I like Mondays is because I only have one class on Mondays and Wednesdays. So Mondays and Wednesdays are days I like. Now, don't sound so crazy. All right, I'll end the screen recording. Love you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Do them lines. Oh, yeah. All the time. If you tweaking, then you probably want something. Ay, if you tweaking, then you probably on something. Yeah, I ain't down for your loving. Yeah, in the air, put your hands. Yo, you got it fucked up.